Buying a house in Prescott, Arizona? Before you sign on the dotted line, make sure you don't fall into these 5 common mistakes that even the most experienced buyers fall into. Those mistakes can cost you money, a delay in the move, or worse, land you a house that you regret buying. Hello everyone, I'm Carlos Anella, your Prescott, Arizona realtor. If you're coming from out of town or out of state, or if you're thinking about putting your house for sale here in Prescott, Arizona, feel free to call me, drop me a line, send me an email. I'd be very happy to help. Today, I want to talk about the 5 most common mistakes buyers, even the most experienced buyers, tend to make when buying a house. The first one that comes to mind is understanding the local market. It's very important for you as a buyer to do a thorough research on the different areas because Prescott is a destination town and that creates pockets of high demand, insufficient inventory, and fluctuating competition depending on the time of the year. So it's very important to connect with a realtor, a professional, that can come out with a customized strategy based on current inventory levels, pricing trends, and competition. Another common mistake, get pre-approved. When you make an offer, especially in a competitive market, and you're pre-approved, your offer is way stronger than somebody that just had a pre-qual generic letter from an online lender. On top of that, it's very important to get pre-approved by a local lender that knows the rules, that knows the Prescott property taxes, the HOA nuances, and elevation-based insurance considerations, for instance. So to make your offer stronger and ultimately save you money and getting the house you want, get pre-approved. That is crucial. Getting a local lender that knows the market can also avoid surprises in appraisals and debt to income ratios. Another common mistake buyers often make is overlooking the inspection and the environmental factors. Buyers get emotional, they really want the house, they're so happy you want to buy the house, they'll do anything. No. You can't do that. It's a huge purchase. You must do a thorough inspection. Roof, septic well water, pest, sewer lines, soil. The inspection might cost you more, but in the long term, might save you a lot of money and a lot of headaches. It's very important to understand fire zone ratings in Prescott because we are surrounded by the Prescott National Forest and also in potential insurance costs. If you buy a house in the country, then you might have to deal with make sure the septic is permitted, the well is pumping out good water and enough water. If you're buying downtown, you have another set of problems, which is we do have a lot of historical homes, turn of the century, so a thorough inspection there is a must. Timing. If timing for you is an issue, clearly you don't have a choice. But if you do have a choice, go into the market when it's very competitive, there is low inventory and a lot of demand, it will make it more difficult to get the house you want at the price you want. Typically in Prescott, they are the busiest times. There is more inventory, but there is also a lot more demand, which creates competition between buyers. So if you have the chance to maybe buying a little bit later, like towards fall, there might be a little bit less inventory, but sellers might be willing to negotiate with you. You will be better off set your timing right according to the inventory shifts during the year, which we do have quite a bit in Prescott, Arizona. Another common mistake, trying to go it alone. Really? Typically, the sellers pays for the buyer's agent commission, typically. So your agent really doesn't cost you anything. You don't want to skip that representation because that will make you vulnerable to miss negotiation opportunities, unclear disclosures. Let me see, how am I gonna do this? And costly missteps. Work with a local buyer's agent. Yes. That knows the market, so he knows what to ask, for instance, during an inspection. The negotiation in the inspection phase is the most critical. We have the initial price negotiation that I can also help you with. There are different phases of the buying process. Having a professional by your side is the best choice. To recap, if you're buying in Prescott, Arizona, anywhere for the matter, the best thing you can do is to arm yourself with knowledge of the areas, find a good agent that will work for you, and have a solid plan, timing wise, and a trusted guide. You will be 90% ahead of other buyers. And if you want more information about this, or if you're coming from out of town or out of state, or if you're thinking about putting your house for sale here in Prescott, Arizona, feel free to call me, drop me a line, send me an email. I'd be very happy to help. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the next one. So long.